Ecuador is a small country located in the northwest corner of South America. Ecuador was under the rule of the Inca Indian Empire. Then in the 1500s, Spain came in and controlled the country for almost 300 years. It's during this time that many Catholic churches were built and many turned to Catholicism and its false hopes of life after death. In 1820, the southern city of Guayaquil gained its independence from Spain. And soon after, the rest of the country gained its independence. Since that time, the population of Ecuador has grown to an estimate of 16.3 million people. Out of the population, 80% profess to be Catholic. 15% of the people claim to be charismatic or some other denomination. Only 5% profess to be born-again evangelical Christians. The economy is highly dependent on commodities, namely petroleum and agricultural products like bananas and coffee. Though they thrive with these commodities, spiritually they do not thrive due to their false hopes, mainly built around Catholicism. The light of Christ needs to be seen and received by many that are dying in darkness with false hopes of religion. Here you see the city's cemetery where the dead are laid to rest in above-ground graves. These images and the truth behind them confront us. They remind us of the thousands upon thousands of lost souls who have entered eternity without Christ. Ecuador is enamored with a false light of religion. The people need the true light of Christ to come and break the bonds of sin and darkness from their lives. We're the Morris family, and God has called us to bring the gospel to the people of Ecuador. We're sent out of Spring Meadow Baptist Church in Franklin, Tennessee, and with the assistance of Baptist International Missions. In February 2018, we took a survey trip to the southern city of Guayaquil, Ecuador, where the current population is 3 million. In Guayaquil, there are currently a few thriving church plants, but much work can and needs to be done. More churches need to be planted in Guayaquil in the outlying areas, as well as surrounding cities that do not have a single Bible-preaching fundamental church. We are praying for the Lord to direct us to where the need is greatest. This is where we will plant churches, where we will seek to win the lost, disciple and train nationals. The harvest in Ecuador is truly plenteous, and souls are hungry for the truth. We could make the decision not to heed to God's call to Ecuador, but instead, we will and we must obey. Has God called you to missions? Has He been burdening you to share the gospel with those around you? Will you obey? One single decision to heed the call can mean a difference in where precious souls will spend eternity. May we see the lost the way God does, love the lost the way God does, and tell the lost what Christ has done for them. Please pray for us as we heed the call to reach Ecuador for Christ. Pray for the Ecuadorian people to be ready and open to receive the glorious gospel and be saved.